freaks, it's Friday, August 26, 2022. Coming up on the program today, finally some racist content that doesn't involve white people. Plus, Dutch prostitute penis envy, spanking other people's children is back on the table, and how making eye contact is now a sex crime. All coming up today. Distorted View Daily proudly presents Newscaster Slip-Ups.
And if you're making last-minute dinner plans, you may have a hard time getting in some of the titties in some of the city's top spots.
Last week, Twitter said guidelines were being updated due to confusion. The company says any users who tweets content... Excuse me. Okay.
Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio.
If you'll remember, last year he was dealing with a bulging disc issue in his lower back.
Joining us in our studio now is the leader of Scottish Labour, Kezia Dugdale.
A police department in California is taking an unusual approach to catch porn pirates red-handed.
Porch pirates, yes.
Pardon me.
California is fighting.
Fallen Louisville police officer D.D. Mangudu.
I pledge allegiance to the flag.
A little bit of a tongue tie.
Photojournalist Brad Rice shows us how a forestry instructor gets his students to make and play the North American the flute in this Traveling West Virginia segment.
Chris Belisario, the stilt walker, I was originally going to come in between her legs, but yeah, that's not what was not going to happen. Would not have made for good TV had she fallen over. So we're not trying to create a liability.
The study's being published today in the Annals of Neurology.
There's still plenty of time to take part in our last Stuff a Bus event of the season.
Let's get the Fox 5's Linda Schmidt, who's live at Gracie Mansion tonight, where the family will be sitting Shiva tomorrow, Linda.
And Hugh Janus, turning 10. We'd mentioned...
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry. It's one of those.
I totally fell for it, didn't I?
Especially when you're talking to young classical pianists.
You can get tickets online at Pick.
It's the Distorted View Show with Tim Henson.
Hey. Whoop, whoop. Nice to see you, bud. Nice to see you, Tim.
Wait a minute. Well, I really like shortbread.
Push F on my Twitter sheet.
It's just a fun thing.
All right, Tim back here with you one more time as we end the week with the Friday show. Got a good one for you today. On yesterday's podcast, during the news segment, we read a story about a wealthy dentist and his wife who threw a fancy party that some later on said was kind of a little, mostly, almost entirely racist. They're denying it, of course. They seem shocked. Us? Racist? You have us all wrong. That's not who we are. No. You must have us confused with someone else. Well, like all innocent people, they organized a 25-minute press conference, called all the area radio stations and television news channels, and got to work on a little damage control. I didn't know this happened, otherwise I would have played the audio yesterday, but I thought it was kind of funny. So let's take a listen to the wife here explaining how at first glance she can sort of understand why someone might say they're a little racist.
You put racist comments. How can we believe that the buckets of fried chicken, the Juneteenth cups and flag, as well as other racial stereotypes, including the Hennessy, you had no clue about if, again, you're pushing racist comments on a parody Twitter account?
You know, the real problem with calling the local news to run a positive story on you is that occasionally they'll do some research. What they found was, in addition to this party this couple had, the woman also ran a Twitter account, not under her name, under a fake name. And that Twitter account was very, very racist. It's hard to say you're not racist when you run a racist Twitter account. You could almost explain away the buckets of fried chicken. It's a party. I thought people might want some chicken. Same thing with the Hennessy. The Juneteenth cups, as a white couple, little suspect. That's a red flag. Let's hear this woman's response.
I'm not going to really speak to my parody Twitter account, and I can see where you can try to link the two.
Yeah, it's not hard to do. We're trying to determine if your party was racist and you run a racist Twitter account. I like how she's like, I am not going to speak on my parody Twitter. Yeah, because that would make you look bad if you speak on that. it kind of makes your whole argument fall apart that you're not racist.
I don't. I think that Corey covered the stereotypical things at the party. I grew up in East Cleveland. I'm aware of the perception of KFC. Was that the reason it was in my home? No, it was an easy meal.
Again, these people live in a mansion. My very next question would be like, was your party catered at all? Because if so, then there's no need for KFC, buckets of fried chicken from KFC.
So
I think we do have to speak more to this parody account, even though
I'm not going to speak to my parody account.
So, but you're pushing racist comments on a parody account.
I've made my apologies. Okay.
You made racist comments on this parody account.
Yeah, this is a good reporter. Just keep plowing through, even though she doesn't want to talk about it. She'll be forced to answer the question. By the way, are you glad you set up this press conference? Is it going the way you expected? It's a horrible idea.
How are those, and we've heard from Doctor as well, that you claim you aren't racist but are pushing racist comments. How does that, can you break out the difference for me, I guess?
Let me start, and then Mary can talk.
Yeah, their lawyer is stepping in right now, probably for the best.
There's no question that somebody that has a racist Twitter account, which Mary did, is somebody that's going to be somewhat aware, I guess, of these racial tropes.
Wait, whose lawyer is this? Because he's not helping the racist dentist and his wife with comments like that. Of course, someone with a despicable Twitter account like hers knows what being racist is all about.
No question about that. But the manner in which the party was conducted and the way in which they've led their lives is not consistent with this party being racist. No question. If you look at her Twitter account, yep, that's racist. Not right, wrong. Never can. There's no justification for it.
Yeah, he pretty much just said that the way these people live their lives should show you that they're not racist. They don't live their lives in a racist way. Now, she does have a racist Twitter account. I mean, who doesn't? Is that not part of her life? Well, there you go. I think this couple has an uphill battle. You might want to look at changing their representation, but that's just a little update for you. Hey, speaking of racism, we have a lot of problems here in America with racism. I know that. You know that. I just featured a great example of that. But things could be worse and are around the world. Here's a very short clip that comes out of China. Apparently someone riding a public bus was a black person. I don't know what type of black person. I don't know if they're like a tourist from America or they're from Africa. Maybe they live in China. I don't know, but they're riding this bus and people on the street notice it and they don't like it. Further proof of our Western influence on China. They're using our words. You don't have a racist word of your own for black people? I have a hard time believing that. So, he's actually the black person is getting off the bus. I don't know if he's like a basketball player or what. He sort of looks like an athlete. They're picking up all sorts of American phrases. I do have one more racist clip. It's da-da-da. It's Hateful Friday. It's a new segment here on DV. I feel like people get too happy, too excited about the weekend on Friday. Got to dampen their spirits a little bit. Hey, we still live in a very hurtful, racist country. We've got a woman here in Texas. Oh, we're going to Texas.
We're going to Texas. We're going to Texas. We're going to Texas.
Well, I know we've been focusing on black racism here on the show for the first 10 minutes. Breathe easy, African Americans. We're going to give you a break here. This woman does not hate well, she probably hates black people too, let's be honest. But she is directing all of her rage right now on some Indian people. I have no idea what Indian people are doing in Texas. That's just a bad idea. Honestly, I think this lady may have had a few drinks. Take a listen.
Talk to you? Why did you walk up to us to talk to you? We were minding our own business.
Fucking Indians.
Kind of hard to misread that. The Indian chick was just like, why are you walking up to us? It's because I hate Indians. That's it. At least she's honest. She's not making something up. because you jaywalked. I'm not racist, but I saw you jaywalking. You know, something stupid like that. No, she'll come right out and say it.
Why did you walk up to us to talk to you? We were minding our own business.
Fucking Indians, that's why. Oh, these fucking Indians. They come to America because they want a better life. But they're obviously not living the great life in India.
Which is why they came to America. I'm not sure what her argument is here.
It's racist. Why do you make comments like that?
You come to our country and you want
You just said you're Mexican. How does that make sense?
I'm a Mexican American.
Oh, thank God. White people, for once, we can breathe easy. I can't believe blacks and whites are sitting this one out. They're just watching from the sidelines. Can you believe this shit? And the black person is like, yeah, actually, I can believe that. No, well, you know, just something you say there. All right.
I was born
What
here.
makes you think that we are not
Were you born
Americans?
here? Were you
What
born
makes
here?
you think that we are
Because
not?
of the way you speak. Because I'm a
not
Mexican American,
But I'm not
I
speaking
speak
to you.
English.
The only accent I have is bitch. I've assimilated with white Karens. That's what it means to be a true American. You still have that accent. Oh, no. Oh, no. You'll never be one of us.
I'm Mexican. I'm Mexican. And I paid my fucking way here.
Well, she just laid her hands on one of the Indian girls. She swatted at her right at the face as she shouted her rallying cry, I'm Mexican! I'm Mexican! As in, Mex, I can slap the shit out of you. Let's see how that works out for her.
What? Why would you come and talk to us and make a racist comment? Don't touch me. You don't touch me.
Talk to you.
Oh, now she's just full on punching.
Oh my God, guys, record. She's hitting me. She's hitting me. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, she's hitting me. She's hitting me.
It's a pretty good impression, actually.
Joe, go back to your car.
Looks like some people started to intervene once there was some physical violence.
Turn the fucking camera off.
Go back to your car.
Don't tell me what to fucking do, bitch.
Don't tell me to do what.
Turn the fucking phone off.
Sounds like you're telling her what to do.
You better turn that goddamn phone off, or I swear to God, I'll fucking shoot your ass.
I did not talk to you, Jenna.
She's gonna shoot her, although it is Texas, so that's always on the table. And she is like rummaging through her purse. I'm sure she has at least a few guns in there. I mean, that shit is standard issue when you cross the Texas border. They stop all cars. They're like, do you have a gun? No? Pick one out from the bin. Well, the story does kind of have a happy ending. Police identify this woman as Esmeralda Upton. She has been arrested. She's being held on a $10,000 bond. Detectives are investigating the incident as a potential hate crime. So there you go. Let's move on to some happier clips. For instance, a clip of the happy hooker. Miss May has been knocking it out of the park with these audio submissions lately. You know, Miss May collects strange, weird, and wonderful musical artifacts. I think she fancies herself an archivist. Or is it archivist? She finds obscure CDs and cassettes and stuff and digitizes them and places them on her YouTube channel. Sideshow freaks are very familiar with her work. We all had that fucking Ortho Pharmaceutical song stuck in our head yesterday. We're better than ever. We're Ortho. Better than ever.
I know how and imagination shows.
Everyone around the world will know. We're better than ever. Better than ever. We're Ortho, yeah. Better than ever. We're Ortho. Better than ever. Everyone around the world will know. Yeah. Everyone around the world will know how wonderful we are, how great we are. We're Ortho Pharmaceuticals, inventor of spermicidal jelly, baby. Yeah, Ortho Pharmaceutical was like steeped in sex stuff. It's just like, you know, contraceptive, spermicidal jelly. I think they helped develop the pill. It's a wonderful company. and great music. I think I unironically love that song now. Totally adding it to my library. Well, Miss May is back today. I don't want to say she is giving us something completely different. After all, Ortho Pharmaceuticals was about dick and pussy. So is the artist Miss May has found for us today. Her name is Xaviera? Zavira? I don't know. She's like Dutch or something. She goes by the moniker Happy Hooker. I like that much better than Xaviera. True to her name, she was a prostitute. I think by the time she started her music career, she got out of that particular biz. Yet she still sung about what she knew. For instance, here is her song, Penis Envy.
I've often wondered how it would be to have a penis attached to me. 9 inches long and 3 inches thick. Wouldn't that make one hell of a prick?
Yeah, I've got envy for that penis too, honey.
Proud and eager to match any woman's succulent snatch. And if lonely nights should be my fate, I can always read Penthouse and masturbate.
Wild imagination, penis envy.
You can see why I'm resisting calling this a Linda Fingal Hall of Fame nominee, because this is actually good.
What a new sensation, what a new sensation, penis envy.
Yeah! I mean, this song's from 1984, and it's got that little bit of funky, dunky, dicky wicky.
I've often thought what fun it would be to zip down my fly and water a tree, or guide my cock with an artist's hand and gracefully write my name in the sand.
This is not a short novelty song. This is over 4 minutes long. It's partially long because there's a bit of an instrumental breakdown here. Ortho Pharmaceutical, making sex beautiful from jellies, pills, patch and pastes. Ortho has contraceptions for everyone's tastes. Ortho. I'm sorry, I can't get Ortho Pharmaceuticals out of my mind. Let's finish up with this song here.
I wonder if it's really worthwhile to have a contraption hamper my style. I think that a woman has more to win by not taking it out than by letting it in.
Get it?
Wild imagination, penis envy.
That's the Happy Hooker with Penis Envy. She wasn't only recording goofy songs, by the way. Here she is recording a very soft, sensitive ballad. Ortho Pharmaceutical.
When I'm lonely, kind of blue, I know just the thing to do. It's the perfect time to spend an evening with my faithful friend.
This sounds a little weird because this wasn't a finished song. This is just a demo. What's a demo? It's a recording, Libby.
Skin fits your purse and fits your pocket, makes you come off like a rocket. It's the perfect stimulator. My vibrator, my vibrator, my vibrator.
All right, the song is called My Faithful Friend. It's about her favorite sex toy. All right, one more set of clips before we get into the news. It's been a while since we featured any angry moms interrupting gamer streams. Oh, I love these so much, especially when it's like, a 20-year-old guy, like, an adult, basically. Yet he's living at home, right? So he's got to play by mom's rules, and you're keeping mommy up with your loud noise.
Use better Twitch TV.
This guy I don't think is 20. I think he's in his teens.
Yeah? Come in, Olga!
Where's your results?
What results?
Your things. I've got an email saying that all the year thing will be given an envelope with all their results.
Obviously, she's talking about grades, and for some reason, he did not present his mom with his grades.
Where is it?
They were in the bin. I can tell you what I got.
The bin, you know, over there in England, that's the trash. It means the trash. He didn't think it was important for his mom to see his grades.
Yeah.
Where is it?
They were in the bin. I can tell you what I got.
No. What do you mean they're in the bin?
I'll tell you what I got.
You haven't showed me, Lewis.
No.
I want to see the fucking paper.
I haven't got the paper.
Where is it?
I'll tell you what I got.
Right. I'm phoning the school tomorrow.
Yeah.
I want a copy of it. Right?
Yeah.
You don't throw fucking nothing in the bin until I see it. Get down here. Get that. Stand up. Yes.
A lot of us have tried that, right? You don't need to see my grades, Mom. I'll tell you what I got. I made the mistake. I've told this story probably many times, but I made the mistake. I think I got a D once in, I don't know, middle school or something. Got the report card, saw I got a D, realized my parents would beat the shit out of me. And so during study hall, what I would do is I would take a pen and I would try to turn that D into a B. And then when I realized I couldn't match the dot matrix printer that printed out my grades, I just sort of traced over all the letters I got on my report card, even the good ones. So I was kind of, I was consistent, right? So I changed the D to a B, and then I traced over all the other letters. And then when I handed the report card to my mom, I was like, I got bored in study hall. But, I just traced over my grade. This is what I got, though. And she did not believe me for a second. The thing is, though, she knew that this was just the first quarter of school. So in a couple months, I'd be getting another report card. And on all of the report cards, they show the previous quarters as well. So that D was going to be there. Again, it's not going anywhere. And sure enough, when the second quarter came around, I again traced the letters. I got bored again. I had to keep trying to change that D, and by the second time, my mom was totally 100% convinced, and I got in trouble for getting a D. By that time, I had a computer with a printer, and I was thinking maybe I could put that report card in the printer and line it up exactly right, and just print over the D. I never got around to trying that, though. Mom busted me. The next clip here is from Grand Theft Auto 5. A bunch of people playing Grand Theft Auto 5. The mom gets on mic. She doesn't like the way everyone is talking to one another.
Game full of people like this and then tell us to behave. That's not how it works, lady. I'm sorry.
I wasn't telling you to behave, you fucking
I mean,
retard.
you kind of just said
do you
to
really need
tell
to
us
talk?
to not act like that.
Well, period. Do you need to talk to other people on a game telling them about fucking your sister?
I'm sorry. That's just not how it works.
The mother just called him a fucking retard, didn't she? Nice mouth on her. By the way, do you even know what Grand Theft Auto 5 is? The whole game is swearing and bad language.
This is not how it works.
It's not. Yeah, it's like we get to choose how we want to talk. We got a headset. We got to play. We are old enough to play this. Just because he is not, he's not old enough to hear what he's hearing. He should not have a headset, first of all. Nor should he be playing this game because it says rated. He is not eligible.
Oh, and I'm sure when you were younger, you didn't play anything that you weren't supposed to play according to the law, right?
Well, I did have a headset.
But listen, right. That's because your mom was too poor and couldn't fucking afford it for you.
No, it's actually my mom's
Defensive much.
She's upset with how these players are talking. She's got a filthy mouth. It's one of the most violent fucking games. Why would you let your little kid play this if you have a problem with the content?
But here's the thing.
Play this game and you don't want him to listen.
But here's the thing. Regardless, like, you need to talk to your friends and tell them to go fuck their mom. He has
There's 27 people in here. Not everyone is gonna act like you want them to. That's just not.
I don't know.
You get this little boy a Wii U.
Regardless,
Get him a Wii. Get him a Wii.
He has a Wii U, fucktard.
So get him on that Wii. Get him on that Wii. Don't speak to me like that. You're in front of your child speaking like this. What kind of parent are you now? Come on. Hypocrite.
That's right. You turn it around on her. Good question. What kind of parent are you?
Critical now. But jokes.
I would never say something to him about doing something sexual to his sister.
Yeah, because you're his mom. That's fucking weird. You don't understand that the way a mom talks to her son and the way random strangers talk to each other on Xbox Live are two completely different things.
Regardless, I'm 30 years old and I wouldn't talk to my friends like that, period.
30-year-old.
She dips out of the chat here in just a second.
So.
And I actually did go to college, so you can kiss my ass, you fucking pile of shit. What do? Sit at home all day?
I love that these kids were able to get under her skin. They got her to engage. She's screaming at him, calling him fucktards. That's a distorted view mother of the week candidate right there. I have a bonus clip here for you. This is not a mother freaking out over a video game, but you know I can never pass up a good unhinged voicemail, and that's what we have here. Rebecca posted this on YouTube. She says, one lovely midnight in December, my boyfriend's best friend's ex-girlfriend called me. So it sounds like Rebecca, the girl who posted this, is straight. She's got a boyfriend. Still, an ex-girlfriend of one of their friends called her and left her this message.
I was really hoping that you would pick up because I miss you a lot.
Oh.
And, I'm sorry that I'm crying right now, but...
She's got to be drunk, right? That's going to be the next line. I'm sorry. I'm at a bar.
Sorry that I'm crying right now, but I'm drunk.
Yeah,
and,
well...
I miss you so much. And I know that this is bullshit because you found a new perfect girl for you. But I miss you so much. And I can't say that I love you because that's a huge ass word, but I'm sorry, this is bullshit.
I'm not really sure who this message is for. Is it for Rebecca or is it for her boyfriend?
I miss you a lot. And,
I don't think this girl knows who she's calling.
You were one of my best friends. And, there's a lot of alcohol in my system right now, so you could just ignore all of this message because...
All right. Let's just pretend this message didn't happen. But then she goes on for like another minute. Bullshit.
Because I miss you so much. And, Corey, I could fall in love with you, okay? And I don't care if Ricky is listening to this or not. I could fall in.
So Ricky is the boyfriend of Rebecca here.
I could fall in fucking love with you. And I'm sorry if this is a bullshit message that hurts you, but I could. And that's the truth. And it's not even that I dated RJ just to get closer to you, because I liked RJ. I liked RJ. Sorry, this is bullshit. Okay, bye.
Wow, it's like at that very second, all the alcohol wore off. Why? Why won't you love me? All right, this is bullshit. Okay, bye. Sorry about all that. See what some of you sound like when you're drunk? You don't know. This is the type of shit you're up to when you're blacking out. All right, and with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre twist and fucked up news. Right up. I'm looking for a few good freaks. If you like Distorted View Daily and would like to help ensure that this podcast goes on for a long, long time, please consider signing up for the Sideshow. That's DV's member site where you gain full access to the entire archive of programs. More importantly, every week I do brand new Sideshow exclusive episodes. Yesterday was a Sideshow exclusive podcast. That was a lot of fun. And earlier in the week on Tuesday, we did another one. That's typical. Usually we do 2 Sideshow exclusive episodes every week. Sign up right now so you don't miss a thing. Superfreaksideshow.com. Memberships are very inexpensive, only $6.99 a month. Even less when you opt for a quarterly, semi-annual, yearly, or lifetime membership. When you sign up, you get access to a special RSS feed. You know, it's like a little, like a link to a podcast feed that you can then plug in to whatever podcast app you use. It's password protected. You know, you use your username and password to the Sideshow. So it doesn't work with every single podcast app, but it works with most of them, like Apple Podcasts, Overcast. If you're on Android, it works with, Podcast Addict or Pocket Cast. It works with most of them. For more information, you can check out superfreaksideshow.com or distortedview.com. And there's an even easier way to get Sideshow content now. If you happen to use Apple Podcasts or Spotify, you can sign up to get new Sideshow exclusive episodes right in those apps. Just a few taps. You sign up right in there, and boom, 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 you're in. You don't have to worry about going to any websites or anything. It's just another way. I'm trying to make it super easy for you to gain Sideshow access. Thank you to all of my Sideshow members. The final way to help support the show, we've got a Patreon account, patreon.com/distortedview. You can pledge as little as $1 over there. Every little bit helps. If you pledge at least $5, you get access to a special voicemail line where I will play your calls first. So there's like little perks there. Just another way to help support the show. Again, thank you so much to all of my patrons and you Sideshow freaks. All right, 3 very quick stories now. First up, we all know that fashion is cyclical, but did you know corporal punishment is also cyclical? That's right, baby. Spankings are coming back in a big, big way. At least in one Missouri school district. Yes, they've reinstated spanking as a punishment. Soon, our nation's youth will be reintroduced to a specific kind of kink. This is how fetishes are born. A school district in Missouri announced it will reinstate spanking this year, but with a parental caveat. Kind of an opt-in practice. Cassville School District Superintendent Merlin Johnson said he didn't take the job a year ago with a plan to reinstate corporal punishment, a disciplinary measure the 1,900-student Berry County School District abandoned back in 2001. Which seems very late, doesn't it? Kids were getting paddled in the 2000s? Really? I remember when I was in elementary school in the 80s, like late 80s, and there was a paddle in the principal's office. But I don't know if at that time they were still using it or if it was just to scare the kids. And I'm talking about Ashtabula, rural Ohio. Podunk, white trash Ashtabula. They had their shit together back then. It's something that has happened on my watch, and I'm okay with it, Johnson said. Cassville is a small town with a population of just under 4,000 people, about 60 miles southwest of Springfield, near the Arkansas border. Parents were recently notified of a policy approved in June by the school board to once again allow spanking in school. This tells me that administrators feel like kids are out of control. I just want to beat the fuck out of them. Give me permission. Sure, that's what the teachers were screaming. And now they have permission, but only as a last resort and with written permission from parents. Which is totally not fair because I know if I was a teacher, I would totally target just the kids that I could spank. Like, that's who I would be looking out for to fuck up. If a kid I can't spank gets in trouble, what can I do? Yell at them? That's no fun. Oh, I would be staring down those little fuckers that I could whip. The problem is, honestly, sometimes the kids who need to be whipped, they're the ones with the parents who think that their children are complete angels and they're always on the kid's side. They're the ones that need to be whipped the most, you know? And I want to paddle the parents, too. All right. Each family will be asked to opt in or out, describing Cassville as a very traditional community in southwest Missouri. Johnson said parents have long expressed frustration that corporal punishment was not allowed in the district. Parents have said, why can't you paddle my student? Just hit him. We were like, we can't paddle your student. Our policy doesn't support it. There had been conversations with parents and there had been requests from parents for us to look into it. Johnson said families in Cassville have reacted differently from others on social media from outside the area. We've had people actually thank us for it. Surprisingly, those on social media would probably be appalled to hear us say these things. But the majority of people that I've run into have been supportive. He added, we respect the decision of every parent, whatever decision they make. Some of you may be asking, is corporal punishment even legal? Are you allowed to beat kids? The answer? Yes. Not only is it okay, it's constitutional, baby. We're born with that right. In 1977, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled school corporal punishment was constitutional, which left the decision to permit it up to each state. Right now, Missouri is one of the 19 states, most of them in the South, where corporal punishment is still allowed. You little fuckers better be on your best behavior unless you want a cherry red rump. I want to know a little more about the procedure of spanking or paddling. Is it paddling on bare ass? You have to actually pull down a little kid's pants and spank them on their bare ass? Who would...
Hi, Galileo 2333.
There he is, right on cue. All right, second story we have for you today. Honestly, if you're young, looking to date, it's incredibly difficult. I don't know how you guys do it. I'm guessing most of you probably just use the apps now, like Bumble, Tinder, stuff like that. You don't even bother going out to nightclubs. It seems like more hassle than it's worth. I got this news story here from Sydney, Australia. Guys are getting in trouble just for looking at women in nightclubs, it seems. A Sydney nightclub has banned staring unless the person doing the staring gets prior consent of the person they're staring at to continue staring. Now, what constitutes a look, a glance, a leer, and a stare? Because, like, when you're trying to gauge interest in a person, right? So you're looking at someone like, oh my God, that woman's beautiful. You're trying to get her eye contact, right? So she notices you. And then you can sort of see if she smiles or if she just turns her head or does that thing with her finger like she's going to puke. You got to lock eyes, though, for at least some amount of time. A failure to get consent could result in the police being called. You're going to do hard time for criminal staring. It also discouraged people from coming if their sole purpose was to meet someone to pick up. Well, congratulations. You're basically putting your nightclub out of business. Club 77 in Darlinghurst in Sydney's Inner East gave staring as an example of an action that would be in contravention. Look at them using their big words of its new safety and harassment policy. In an Instagram post from earlier this month, the club said safety officers in pink vests, menacing, would enforce the staring rules. The men in pink glitter are on patrol. They're easy to spot if you need them because they're in head-to-toe Lisa Frank apparel. Sparkly dolphins, rainbow-colored pandas on the back of their vest. All right, you can't miss them. Club 77 said it wanted to remain a safe space. Okay. And so had updated its rules because it had recently attracted some people who do not share our values and ethics when it comes to club culture. There's no culture left. What culture are you talking about? You can't even look at people. Quote, creating a safe space goes beyond implementing practices to deal with incidents after they happened. We also have an obligation to educate new club goers and help them understand what's considered unacceptable behavior inside the venue and on the dance floor. In its policy, the venue states that Club 77 is not a place to come if your sole purpose is to pick up. If you do come in and are approaching multiple people or giving unwanted attention to someone, you're going to attract the attention of our pink security guards, our security, who have been instructed to stop this kind of behavior. Again, staring was highlighted as one form of harassment. That being said, they didn't really go into detail about what constitutes staring, like where the line is between making eye contact and full bloom staring is. It was suggested that simply if the person being glanced at took offense, then you're in deep shit. You just have to offend someone and you're out of there. Sounds like a fun club. Quote, if you are, for example, staring at someone from afar, if the attention you are giving someone is unwanted, that is considered harassment. So you could be like a football field lengths away from someone. No chance of you running and catching them and doing anything to them, right? You're super far away. You're just looking. You're squinting. You've got a monocle or a binocular or something. But if they catch wind of that and they don't like it, you're fucked. If you're being harassed by another person or receive unwanted attention, please seek them out or tell our staff immediately. Apparently, I'm out of touch with how the world works now because people who replied to the post on social media largely gave it their support. Quote, backing this 100%. Amazing. Positive party culture all the way. That being said, the club's co-owner said no one has been ejected from the club for staring as of yet. Probably your best bet is just to go in there wearing dark sunglasses, or better yet, just keep your eyes closed while you're at the nightclub dancing and drinking. You don't want to chance it. All right, final story we have for you today. We got one from India here. I always thought that particular Jagu song or sound effect would make a great like Windows startup or Mac OS startup sound. You know when you turn your computer on? Yeah. We should make a flavor of Linux called Jagu OS. See how many computers we can power. All right, in a desperate attempt to get a railway job, a candidate removed his thumb skin using a hot pan and then pasted the skin onto a friend's thumb with the hope that the latter will clear the biometric verification and appear for the recruitment exam in his place, so he could pass the test. I'm such an idiot. I don't know if this is an incredibly smart scheme. To me, it sounds good. Yeah. Peel off his thumb. Stick it on someone else. It makes total sense. The thumb skin pasted on the proxy's hand fell off. Oh, you should have glued it. When the exam supervisor sprayed a sanitizer on it during the biometric verification before the railway recruitment test conducted in Gujarat's Vadodara city on August 22nd. The police on Wednesday arrested the candidate, Manish Kumar, and his proxy, Raja Guru Gupta, nailed it, for cheating and forgery. Both are in their mid-20s and had cleared Class 12 exams in the past. A private company authorized by the railways had arranged a recruitment test for the Railway D Group vacancy at a building on August 22nd, in which more than 600 candidates appeared. To prevent any sort of cheating, all the candidates were required to give their thumb impression, which was then matched with their data through the biometric device. At the time, the device failed to register the thumb impression. It didn't work. And so they repeated it, kept failing. They sprayed some sanitary juice on it, cleaning liquid. Maybe the glass is smudged. No, the glass wasn't smudged. The exam supervisor grew suspicious as he observed the candidate was trying to hide something by putting his left hand inside the pockets of his pants. When the supervisor sprayed sanitizer on his left thumb, the skin pasted on fell off. After learning about the cheating, the agency called the police and lodged a complaint. The person who was caught told police that his real name was Raja Guru Gupta, and he came to appear for the exam posing as his friend. In a statement, police said a day before the test, Kumar put his left thumb on a hot cooking pan, which created a blister on it. Kumar removed the skin using a blade and pasted it on Gupta's left thumb, as he knew the biometric verification will be done at the exam center to ascertain the real identity. We have arrested both Gupta and Kumar, the official said. They will not be eating at White Castle anytime soon. Wasn't that the name of that movie? Gupta and Kumar go to White Castle? Oh, that Neil Patrick Harris was so funny in it. All right, there you go. That, my friends, is your Distorted News for Friday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of here. Well, freaks, we did it. We made it through another week. I could not do this program without you. You complete me. You are a ray of sun in my otherwise empty, dark, meaningless life. The world sucks. The world's burning. Let's masturbate. So glad I have you guys as a distraction. Yes, caller.
Hello, freaks. Hello, Tim. It is apparent that I must address the issue of me calling in a lot.
Yes.
But
let's have you call in to talk about how you call in a lot. That's going to help.
Yeah, if you had Ric Flair...
Woo!
On the Dick Pill commercial with Ric Flair.
Yeah, that was on yesterday's Sideshow exclusive program. Ric Flair is selling dick pills now. Dick Flair. That should have been the name of the product, not Mount Everest.
I am a wrestling fan, before, not anymore, but people with...
It's still real to me, damn it!
That are kind of slow, like...
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of like slow people do like wrestling, I've noticed, like mentally handicapped people.
Like wrestling?
You're right. It's a good observation. Is that why you got out of it? You're like, wait a second. All the fans are mentally retarded. They're borderline retarded.
Keep on the distortion with wrestlers. Like, one made it on the Distorted View news. So that's interesting. And today was Ric Flair wooing with his...
I almost got into wrestling because my sister, her ex, They were actually engaged in the mid-90s, right? They had a house together, and occasionally they would invite me over. They, just to get away from my parents and, just to hang out with them. I would spend the weekend, or at least overnight or whatever, on the weekend. And he was super into wrestling, got my sister into wrestling, and so I would watch it with them, and I started to know who the characters were. It was like the era of Bret the Hitman Hart and Shawn Michaels. Oh my God, my sister was in love with Shawn Michaels. She'd get up from the couch and there would just be a puddle. She stained the seat. But I mean, honestly, now I couldn't tell you anyone who's wrestling, really.
Erectile issue, that guy will do anything for money.
Well, you know what? Ric Flair is fucking 80 years old? Good for him. Someone's willing to give him money just to go, woo!
He recently went, and I didn't see this or anything. I just what the fuck? He went and had a last match. The guy's fucking almost 80.
No way!
Weird, man.
Was he, did it look believable at all, what he was up there doing?
You make a lot of money, but you spend a lot of money. You're stupid when you're older and you do anything for money.
Yeah, well, it's harder to get money. Honestly, you're retired, you're old. No one wants to see you wrestle. No one's asking for you. So if someone is willing to give you money to advertise a product, no matter what it is, you take it. I'm at that age, by the way. I will advertise that. At dick pills, sure, why not? Herpes medication? You know where I stand on that.
My name is Tim Henson, the new face of genital herpes.
I have no shame. You know that. All right, let's do just a few more voicemails here.
Hi, hey, what's up, Senator? It's Davide. I haven't called in a bit. Maybe I haven't. I just can't remember. Just craziness and that. But I'm calling in because you just got a voicemail from Greg or Craig. I think it's Greg from Austin. I'm assuming it's Austin, Texas, because what the fuck there's probably Austin and Rickettsville, Alabama, or something like that. But I just moved to Austin 9-10 months ago, and it would be really cool to meet some people that listen to Distorted View and all that. So I should probably hop on the Discord or something like that. Yeah, so this is kind of cool. I want to actually meet people that I know that listen to the show and stuff, because I've gotten a lot of people at work into it and stuff like that.
Awesome. Little freak meetup there. Hey, Greg from Austin, hook up with Davide.
You changed your voicemail.
Did I?
I could have swore you said that, you love the 90s and all this stuff.
I do love the 90s. The best decade.
Well, Little Marky, you're talking the episode that you messed around.
Spit it out.
With the bald is a hate crime, and you said Little Marky's sister,
Little Marcy.
That actually is Lamb Chop, and she was an entertainer, and she did stuff in the 60s and the 90s.
Wait. What? What are you talking about? Lamb Chop? I know who Lamb Chop is. Lamb Chop, well, while Lamb Chop was probably around in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, she had Lamb Chop's play along in the 90s.
60s and the 90s. Yeah. She was very popular, and she ended up dying at the end of towards the end of the 90s, and they completely pulled her show. She was on PBS a lot.
Yeah.
She did fun stuff for kids, I remember, because
I'm pretty sure she has nothing to do with Lil Marky, though.
I watched it. So, yeah. There's a bit of 90s information for you.
All right. Well,
you didn't know?
Well, I did know. Thank you, though.
Hi. Kimmy! It's Gauntlet. I'm just sitting here.
Is that your Galileo 2333? Hi.
In a pub at the moment on the toilet.
It's a very specific way of saying hi. It makes me laugh every time, no matter who says it.
Sitting here in a pub at the moment on the toilet, thinking of you while I'm pissing out my ass.
Right.
I love you, man. Keep it up with the good work.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you to all the voicemails. Keep them coming. It's all the time we have on this edition of the show. I want you guys to email me, show@distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-66. Oh, God, it's an oh, God.
Sorry, this is bullshit. Okay, bye.
Spread the distortion. STD. Tell all your friends about the show. Don't forget to give us a 5-star rating, a thumbs up, or like wherever you can rate and review podcasts. Again, guys, thank you so much for a great week of programs. I had a blast. I hope you did too. I will be back on Monday to do this all over again. Until then, have a great day. Bye.
motherfucker.
This has been another excellent podcast from the Scribe Media Group. Learn more at scribe.net.